praised you for being thoughtful, for noticing details others missed. But as an adult, that same gift can feel like a curse. You can't turn off your thoughts, you replay conversations, analyze choices from every angle, and call it thinking, when eight, the overthinking spiral. Your brain is like a washing machine stuck on spin cycle. It never stops churning. As a kid, people praised you for being thoughtful, for noticing details others missed. But as an adult, that same gift can feel like a curse. You can't turn off your thoughts, you replay conversations, analyze choices from every angle, and call it thinking, when really it's just anxiety wearing a disguise. Psychologists call this rumination, and research shows it's strongly linked to anxiety and depression. Here's a small shift. Before diving into analysis, pause. Name one feeling you're experiencing. I feel tense. I feel hopeful. That tiny pause reminds your brain you're human, not just a machine built to think. Number 7, the loneliness loop. You see patterns others don't. The hidden meaning in words, the cracks in systems, but that clarity can leave you feeling like an outsider. Maybe classmates once called you weird or a know-it-all. Now, as an adult, you still struggle to find conversations that go deeper than small talk. You can be surrounded by people and still feel like you don't belong. Research on giftedness often points to this same struggle. Intelligent people aren't isolated because they're unlikable. They're isolated because their minds crave depth in a world that often lives on the surface. Remember this: your loneliness is not proof of your lack of worth. It's just a mismatch of depth. Your people exist. Finding them takes time, but until then, don't mistake emptiness for being unworthy. Number 6, paralysis by analysis. Your brain is a Ferrari, but sometimes it's stuck in neutral. You can analyze every possible outcome of a decision, map out every path, and then do nothing at all. The fear of making a wrong move keeps you frozen. This is the trap of perfectionism. Psychologists describe it as analysis paralysis. You get so lost in the details that progress feels impossible. One micro-action? Choose one good enough option each day. Not perfect, not flawless, just good enough. Momentum matters more than mastery. Number 5, emotional disconnection. You don't just feel emotions, you dissect them. As a kid, maybe you were praised for being mature or logical, and now instead of feeling anger or sadness, you explain it away. In relationships, people might feel you're distant, not because you don't care, but because you're analyzing your emotions instead of sharing them. In psychology, this is called intellectualization. Using logic to avoid feeling. Here's the challenge. Once today, say, I feel, and stop there. No explanations, no analysis. Just let the raw emotion exist. Number 4, restless boredom. Your brain craves stimulation like a kid craves sugar. Routine tasks, small talk, repetition, they feel unbearable. You bounce between jobs, hobbies, or projects, always chasing something new. Research suggests highly intelligent people may have more sensitivity to dopamine, the brain's reward chemical. That makes boredom feel extra painful. But boredom isn't a flaw, it's a signal. A sign your brain is asking for growth, not just entertainment. Number 3, imposter syndrome. Even when you're the smartest in the room, you feel like a fraud. You set impossibly high standards, and your awareness of how much you don't know overshadows the knowledge you do have. So you second-guess yourself, waiting for someone to expose you. This is imposter syndrome, and it's more common in high achievers than anyone admits. Here's a grounding trick. When self-doubt hits, write down 3 real achievements you've earned. Proof that you're not a fraud. You're just someone who sets the bar high. Number 2, hypersensitivity to injustice. Your radar for unfairness never turns off. As a child, maybe you constantly asked, why is the world so unfair? As an adult, that same sensitivity makes you deeply affected by cruelty, corruption, or incompetence. Psychologists call this emotional overexcitability. It's not weakness, it's empathy turned up to maximum volume. Instead of seeing it as a burden, see it as proof of your humanity. The world needs people who feel injustice, because those are the people who fight to change it. Number 1. Difficulty switching off your brain is a browser with 200 tabs open. None of them will close. Even when you're exhausted, you can't stop thinking. Productivity guilt makes rest feel impossible, so you push until burnout. The fix isn't massive, it's micro. Schedule 10 minutes a day of intentional nothing. No phone, no screen. Just you, doing nothing. It feels useless at first, but it's the reset your brain is begging for. If these struggles feel familiar, remember, they're not proof something's wrong with